Hello, I'm Bryce Foxton, and welcome to what is the 4th episode in this Planet Coaster series. This is Orbit Park, and before I talk about Orbit Park, I'm just going to talk about why you're now watching a commentary and not a time-lapse. The intention was always to be a time-lapse, followed by a commentary, followed by a time-lapse, followed by a commentary, and so on. But things kept going wrong, and that's why you've now got 3 time-lapses and a commentary. So, I'm just going to outline it now. The next video is going to be a time-lapse, and then another commentary, and then another time-lapse. So, every odd-numbered video is going to be a time-lapse, and every even-numbered video is going to be a commentary. Let's actually talk about the park, because that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to talk about the park, and then I'm going to do a little bit of real-time building. Probably just something really simple, a flat ride, for example, that sort of thing. Oh, can you? No, you can't edit that building. Okay, scrap that. Right, so this is the entrance where we should enter. And then you're greeted immediately by the high street. So the high street is going to be surrounded by lots of little buildings and shops and all sorts of things, which I'm not going to spend any one long period of time in particular, no extended period of time looking at this. I'm going to more sort of drop in and out of it and plonk in things as I feel the mood to. But I did do this building initially just to start it off, which I'm going to explain now because it was a little bit of stupidity on my part. Let's call it stupidity. Or an oversight. No, it was stupidity. I'm stupid. Because I built this intending it to be a monorail station. And then when I got to the back here and I finished it to the point where I thought, right, the monorail's going on the back now. And I went into the rides here. I then realised that transport is actually greyed out. And it doesn't matter how many times I click on that, it's always greyed out because there's no bloody transport rides in the game yet. And I think what had happened is I'd been playing Parkitect, and that has transport rides, and in particular that has monorails. So I think, in my head, I'd placed what's available in that game into this game, and not realised, and then just started building, and then just messed it up. So yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave that, and hopefully monorails or transport rides at least will be added pretty soon, and then I can actually get on with it. Let's take a look at Pirate Village. So if we move the camera down, I'm just going to go into sort of like a low down view, and then we're going to walk. Actually going to close this because it's in the way. Right, so we immediately get greeted by, on the left here, this food court, this lovely plaza area, which I'm so pleased with how this came out. It's all beautiful and themed, and it's got little walkways that go through to other parts of the park, which I'm going to show you in a moment, although you've already seen it if you've watched the previous videos. I'll obviously explain it as well, but this, I'm so happy with it, and it was something I'd previously tried doing on a slightly smaller scale in another park, and then I just switched it up a little bit. It's actually more of a mirror image and a little bit bigger. But yeah, I love it. It looks really good. And it looks really good at night as well, and I'll show you all this at night in a short while. So, on the other side of this ride, just here, of this, this food court, is a ride. That's what I meant to say. Is this lovely lady here, and I thought, this looks quite piratey. So that makes sense there. And then I've also got this sort of scaffolding structure where the queuing area intercepting it, and an exit path going through it, and this seaweed hanging off, which actually in the video I did upside down, but I corrected that off camera. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. Oh, it's got this little like cave area here as well, just to attach the ticket booth to the actual structure. And also another idea that I was given by what's his name, Strictoaster, something like that, Strictoaster. I'll put a link in the description if you haven't watched his stuff. He's absolutely brilliant at this. I got the idea of hiding these ticket booths off him with buildings surrounding them, So I'm definitely going to do that. So thanks for the idea there. Over here, we've got a little bit of sort of a terraformed shape. Which actually, I don't like the fact that the path is resting on the top of that. I think that looks a little bit weird. So, for the sakes of my own sanity... No, that was too big. Well, that's what she said. Just going to place a few rocks just to... There we go. That helps my sanity. Just doing that now. So yeah, that is this park's first flat ride. And I'm really happy with it. And again, it looks really good in the dark because I put all these little lights all down it. And it did show at the end of the previous video after I built it what that looks like at night. And it looks really cool. In fact, it's going dark now. I'm just going to pause the simulation whilst we take a look at some other bits so that I can show you it all at night separately. Woo, let's just go over here. Right, so over here as well, we've got our park's first roller coaster, which just took forever to build, and I wasn't really happy with it at first. But then once I themed it all, and sort of altered it a little bit to be a bit more swoopy and gentle in places, and I put in these bits of scaffolding along the top and all the lighting. It works so damn well, and I was really pleased with how this pirate ship just fitted in there. Also, I feel I should explain that I'm trying to avoid the temptation in this park of sort of repurposing things. So like I've seen a lot of other people using the blue roof tiles and sinking those into the ground to make water. I'm not going to do that because I want to wait until water's in the game, and then manipulate what's already there to include water. So yeah, let's actually build something. So what I'm going to do is in this area here, I'm going to build the Victory. Where is the Victory? There it is. So it's a great big swinging pirate shippy thing. In fact, I'm just going to place it over there, out the way. And I'm going to do a little bit of terraforming. Here we go. So if we just get this even. Great. Okay, now let's move this. Are we going to place it there? Yeah, okay. Let's go there, right in the middle of this area. So, we want an entrance there. And then we want an exit over there, and then we need to add an entrance queue there, like that. Yeah, that works. I like that. That's good. So I'm just going to do the exit path, so it'll be a normal path in that style. So I'm going to delete. I didn't mean to delete that one. That's fine. I can put this one back there. Just going to delete those two. There we go. Okay, so that's our ride placed, and it's got its paths connected. I'm actually just going to open it just so that people can go and find it. How would this work? As a queuing thingy. Yeah, like that. What do we think? Does that fit properly? It does. It's like it's made to fit. It's brilliant. And then, like I said, I'm going to extend this thing over here. Like this. Helps if I actually keep it in camera so I can see what the hell I'm bloody doing. Ah, right, now. That one doesn't really fit. But what about this one? Because I don't want it overlapping the path. No. That overlaps the path a little bit, so I think that's acceptable. What about... connect them like that? Does that work? That kind of works. One on the end there like that, and then we're just I'm gonna place some more wooden bits along it like that, and it's looking less like scaffolding, more like a building. That's not really what I wanted. Well, if I move it like just thinking, if I bring this out a bit, it'll make it look a bit more different to the other ones that are scattered around this part of the park. And also, go to scenery and nature, is it? Yeah, seaweed. So we already did seaweed on another part that was like this on the other flat ride. I love the way these make a squelching sound when you place them. Want a couple on here, like yeah, like that. Should I put some on the ends? And what about on this thing? Maybe off the bottom of it. Yeah, that's great. I'm also going to do one of these on this side for the exit. Well, obviously, we need something around the actual ride itself. And I've got a couple of ideas, actually, so I'm just going to start building. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, like that. And then I'm going to cap off the corners of it. And then we want some roof pieces. Hopefully I can put these on. They're not going to get... Yes, I can... Oh, no, I can't. I can put them... I can sink them in. Place it there, and then we'll place one over there as well. So that's going to be all the edges, and then we'll join them all together with these roof edge things. So the Victory has a sort of pedestal type thing that it sits on. I feel like that should be the other way. Put one of those sideways. In fact, I'm going to put two of those like that, and then I'm going to move that to the end of it, just to make more of a feature of it. Just going to place a bunch of rocks. Don't worry, I'm not going to use the same rock everywhere. Yeah, a few more rocks. Just rocks everywhere. Rocks are good. I'm going to do the same thing here that I did with the other flat ride. I'm going to kind of combine this ticket booth with a ton of rocks, just so that it's not sort of floating in midair and being a bit weird. We'll take the rocks just to make them look a bit different, so I've got repeated patterns all over the place. Okay, a tiny bit of shrubbery around these things. Let's paint this. Now I'm wondering if I should paint the whole area with sand. How cool is that? It's like a beach kind of piratey bay kind of effect going on. Is that in the... It's not even touching the ground. Right, there we go. That's touching the ground. Right, and the purpose for these will be to hide a light. So we can place one there, one there, one there. When I say hide a light, I mean hide like a whole bunch of lights that are going to illuminate this area. Perfect. A piratey camp. I'm going to place it here so that people queuing, if the queue gets very big, they've got something to look at. Can I get this in here? I can. It looks good. And what about another one of these here? Yes, very nice. Bamboo lanterns. Like this. They make a very satisfying noise when you place them. Oh, how cool is that? It's a giant big skull thing. In fact, let's just randomly incorporate one there. Now, I don't want to really overdo with these. And we're going to aim some of them outwards a bit. Like that. And then our visual effects and these ones. So, large. There, and there. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for now. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.